These fish you cannot cheat.
This buddy of mine is starting to become bloody knackered.
What?
It's just walking around with this corpse is really starting to...
I still maintain
Where?
that should have been a more integral element, but
Walking around
What?
this corpse.
what's with... Why are we approaching the boundary? Are we supposed to be approaching the boundary?
I'm supposed to be going this way, clearly. They weren't...
You know that we have lost culture as a society. When you can't reference the German lyrics of an opera song to your ideological rival and have them return the translation in English.
Okay.
I would assume you know what I'm talking
Well,
about.
of course I know what you're talking about, but
I'm just saying, like,
I mean, that's... Yeah.
that's how far have we fallen?
Well, we've...
Because, I mean, that's multiple layers. You'd have to first know that that's the song. First of all, he recognizes the song by simply hearing it, knows who it's by,
agreed.
knows the lyrics, knows the translation. I'm like,
I'm going to argue most of this comes down to
oh, hello.
laziness.
But is it laziness? Because people know other things. People
Like
have
what?
memorized, they just don't memorize
Yeah.
anything that matters.
I agree. It's, movies now and things like that, but think about the fact that
But
was...
people used to be able to
culturally,
quote
that was-
Shakespeare.
Right. Again,
I mean,
pop
I
culture.
suppose it's my... I can't quote Shakespeare very well either, so
But
I
I'm
suppose
saying-
I can't criticize, but... I could recite The Raven from memory, probably. Probably can't anymore, actually.
But my point is, all of those culturally had their heydays, and that's why.
Yeah, but people valued them. People didn't
I
just
agree,
do it. People,
which is
people did it
why
because it was valuable.
I think it's important to still do it, which is also why I think raising men properly. Part of why she's into him as a goth chick is that
Because he's dead. I'm pretty sure we've made that
pretty-
joke before.
Your necrophilia has no place here, Temptress.
Well, it might. He thinks it's got a place. I've certainly got a place. I have a position available. Didn't we do this already? I thought we saw all this, but I guess it's been several weeks since we played this. I remember this cutscene, though. Perhaps we didn't save. We might have not completed the mission. But, we took a break to do emulated stuff, and then we're still gonna do that, but I don't know.
The final attack.
Figured we'd get back to this simply because keep it all. We're probably juggling too many balls at once, which is what Shelob's doing.
Well,
I mean, when ghosts get involved, how do you even do it?
you'll eventually.
Do
pay
they juggle or are they
your additional-
non-corporeal?
It's,
Do they go through
It's
the hand or
it's more that eventually you will pay for your
eventually you'll die?
ambition and
And
how
you don't
many
gotta juggle
how
balls
many
no
balls
more.
you have. When you
We're having a sultry staring contest with an orc. He's going, man, that corpse. Whoa, Kay, that dude's just showing off. Those things would have to be incredibly heavy unless they're empty, I suppose. Oh, I forgot, it's dawn. I mean, he has to shave it like that. That's not just like I'm balding. That's like I'm going for the horseshoe vibe. I remember this. We didn't finish this because this is like a big siege.
Look like I have some degree of wisdom, but also could make a really bad dad joke.
I thought or I could make a really bad dad. And then they burst into this green phosphorus. That's it's even worse than the white stuff. It literally is. War crime. Sauron's a war criminal. Uses green phosphorus.
That's why he's a war criminal.
Well, that's one of the few war... I think the concept of war crimes doesn't make much sense. I mean...
Listen, it's okay to be at war.
I mean, I'm
It's
not
another
exact-
thing entirely.
I'm not exactly suggesting that, like, all's fair in love and war, because I do agree with a certain degree of... But the thing is, we didn't used to have crimes. It used to be, like... There used to be a sort of gentlemanly code to combat. And that's just gone. So now we had to have war crimes because otherwise you had no other way of stopping people from doing horrific things. So I just feel like it does seem oddly petty to be like, it's fine to kill people by the thousands so long as you're not doing it with extreme efficiency. Whoop. Wow, you ate that. That was coming in slow. You just went, take me.
I was paying attention to a different orc and then ended up...
Well, you paying attention to the one that's doing it again.
I can't see where
It's hard not to see.
I'm losing the forest for the trees. I can't see based on the size of his buttocks.
I've always been confused by what that phrase means.
What?
I mean, I know what it means contextually, because we always hear it in the same context. But when you say you can't see the forest for the trees, does that mean which are you focusing more on, the forest or the trees?
I've always gathered it to be you're focusing too much on a single detail rather than a...
See, that's what I never know, because it makes sense contextually in either case. Because it's like you're attempting to you're splitting hairs because they're the same thing.
Right.
But are you focusing on the trees and missing the forest, or are you focusing on the forest and missing the trees?
I think you're focusing on the trees. And
You say you can't see the forest for the trees. But see, that sounds like you're saying, I can't see the forest because all I see are trees, or I can't see the forest for the trees. Like I'm seeing the forest, but I'm not seeing the trees.
No, I've gathered it as I can't see the forest because of all the trees.
I guess I don't know. Maybe I guess it would be worth to know what language it originates in, because I bet you if it was Latin, they would have delineated. Latin is fun like that. That's the thing about Latin is that it's great.
At the same time.
It's great
now
for
your heads are gonna roll.
What? What?
I just couldn't figure out why that contextual.
Oh, you mean he was the same guy from the beginning?
You pull up on the
knob.
The oracle. Oh.
You pull up. We're getting back into what we were talking about last time. Where you pull up on the...
Oh, I guess I forgot to...
I could have made that really explicit. Pull up on the...
What?
Well, what did Moses do? Well, we're getting further... Whoa, goodness me.
It's Moses.
Oh, it's the pickler. Ew, he's got a pickled... child.
What?
He's got something pickled that's like a living thing. Oh, in chains, because he's excited. He's got some kind of living thing. I don't like pickled things that are pickling towards me.
Death to thee.
Wow. Awfully dramatic. Yeah, war crimes. I don't buy them.
Yeah. I find that it's a little
It
silly
just feels like splitting
like
hairs.
You can't do that, but if you're gonna kill a guy, fine.
Yeah, you can kill people by the thousands, but I mean, you can't do it using those weapons.
Well, I think the thing that bothers me the most about it is it's like they're already at war with you. I don't think they're gonna really care if you're like, you can't exhibit that type of behavior, we'll take you to jail.
Well, but I mean, again, there used to be a certain decorum of combat. You just took it like a man. Where it was like, you obviously wouldn't. There was a sense of...
failed me.
There was a sense of respect.
Lovely corpse.
I wanted to mutilate your bod. No, there was a respect for the enemy that was like, we're gonna fight with proper decorum. But, whoop, pickles. But it was a mutually agreed thing. Because nowadays, making it a set of governing body, like an external thing, now it's like, it doesn't matter then if your opponent... because you make it an external thing, they could just as easily not do it. In which case, now you're being limited by this external body that governs whether or not you're allowed to do this.
But
they won't.
And
that kind of handicaps you.
Justice, but it's like, but that's not. That's the whole point.
Well, traps. Okay, that's new.
Traps. The magical
traps.
The more you step on them, the more they
hurt.
Crap.
It's just comically blunt. The more you step on them, the more it hurts. That's what happens when you step on traps. And then you step on traps again. Whoa!
Oh, he'll never step on a trap again.
Shish kebabbed his brain. Brain kebabbed. Get out of here, pickle face. Beat it, doofus. Come on, I've already forgotten my attacks.
Watch the pickler come up and just be the one that...
What?
What is that?
Okay, that reach a hit streak of 20. Well, I did. Quick throw who? Quick throw the dragon? Hi!
He'll melt the flesh off your bones in the blink of an eye.
Can I get on the dragon? No, is the answer. Get this. I can't help but feel like this was poorly conceived. The dragon kills just as much of them as me. Seriously, he's got pickled containers all around his... Oh, well, we're both dead.
Burned.
Or am I not dead? Oh, I'm not dead! Oh, I'm so good I got the dragons to kill my enemy for me. Uh-oh, why is he invisible? Was that a glitch, or was that actually...
that had to have been a glitch, but it did kind of give him
Or is he a
weird
wraith? I mean, is the
vibe.
wraith, is that... Because technically I believe that's the way it's described in the book, is that they're sort of immaterial. They're almost not there.
The immaterial has become immaterial.
Well, that was easy. Oh, okay, you're interrupting.
I hate her. I don't know
Here's
why.
the thing. Every
have a
time this
reason.
guy's on screen, I feel like I'm watching a specific actor whose name escapes me. And it's not Russell Crowe.
Are you sure?
But I'm not sure. It looks
It's
like...
kinda like
Because the
Russell
thing
Crowe.
is, Russell Crowe is old now, and he doesn't look like this, but if you showed me 2000s Gladiator Russell Crowe and made me imagine what he would look like old, it would look like this guy. Whoop, whoop. Green plasma. We're about to commit more war crimes. Because, like, that's the thing. I understand why chemical warfare is sort of banned, but... No, they're clearly going with the translucent effect on purpose. Which does raise the question, how is that weapon going to harm me? Is it going to harm me? I guess that's the point, is that in the books, you can't actually attack him. The only reason Mary is able to hurt him is because of the specific blade he has. Whoop! Okay, so this dude's a twonklet.
My daughter's freedom. Customer, no!
And he's gonna kill her anyways. See? You colossal imbecile. You are a doof. Her reaction did not sell that. Whoa! Dope.
Now he's dead.
I mean, whoa! Like, massively dead.
Father was gone.
Okay.
Okay, your
This game-
underwhelming reaction
this
before
game-
seems a little offset.
I can't help but feel like they thought the
With
graphics
this.
were better than they were.
Ah!
They seem to think they were further along with graphics than they really were. Because that was a little bit... She's gonna go rage mode! I am very obviously groping her right now. I know you're a corpse, Talion, but that was apparent. No, don't attack. Hold still.
Stop.
Well, he was full on, like, contact. Like, that wasn't even subtle, dude.
Hey, you've been working out.
I have to defeat a bunch of these guys? Whoa, they do weird things. This is not what happened on Weathertop. This is feeling a lot more kung fu-y.
What?
Well, like the fact that they're teleporting around the arena, that's not how they fought.
Kung fu-y, vampire-y, maybe.
Well, maybe. I mean, mystical kung fu-y. Whoop, whoop. I don't know what that means. I don't like it. Whatever it is. I don't know. This feels like they're trying too hard to be edgy. Come on, let me have my... Ah! No! This also feels bizarrely too easy. Like...
Rage against the Nazgul.
That... Okay. That was a weird... I don't think that worked. I sat on it for a while and it still
You
didn't
still tried to think about it.
work. Because it doesn't rhyme. I mean, it barely has the same number of syllables.
Okay.
Could have said rage against the Nazarene. Ah!
That doesn't even make any
It at least
sense.
rhymes. Oh, did he get me?
That's what he thinks about your candle joke.
Candle joke. What? Candle joke. That's what you chose to disrespect. That's what this is. All the unprofessional, rude. But it's all. What all does he say? There's more than that.
Unprofessional, that's what this is.
But what's his whole rant leading up to that? I forget it.
I don't remember.
Disrespectful, rude, unprofessional. That's what this is. Well,
Well, it's clear that this is working.
it's a lost cause here. No point. Uh-oh.
It's clear that this...
All I'm saying is Aragorn didn't need all this wibbly, silly wire-foo-ness. Aragorn got by with a torch. Well, you can't get by with a sword even. They're just repeatedly pimp slapping you. Where's my money? Where is it?
Where is it?
That
They gave me way
that
too
slow-mo
much
was
grace on
way weird to your face. It was not normal. You will be one of us. Uh-oh.
Was that a Juan joke?
No.
You will be Juan of us.
Why would that...
That just
Why
felt...
would that be a Juan? Is that a genre of joke?
No,
A
it
Juan
just-
joke. I was mostly thinking of the... There can only be Juan. Whoop. Okay, use your combos. Combo it up. Or not. I mean, I'm just a spectator, I guess. Ooh. Uh-oh. We're obviously not going to be able to kill these guys. What?
Okay.
Well, that didn't seem to do anything to you. Because we're obviously not going to kill them. I guess, do we just survive long enough for them to give up? I kind of liked it better when the Nazgul didn't speak. I mean, I guess they did technically speak in the films, but not much. Well, are you what's
Seems a little...
seems to contribute to resolve? Your resolve. They're just this. I feel like if you have to taunt someone, that's an admission of your own insecurity. Like, especially if they're such weak taunts as these. You have a massive combo. Use it.
How? What?
Just smash a bunch of buttons at this point. What? Okay, well, not those buttons. What did you do? Oh, and the combo's gone. I don't remember. It's button combinations that do certain attacks. I don't remember which ones are which. I usually just pick one out of a hat. See what it does.
Pull out of the hat, a live combo, yes.
Are these, do they have health bars? Is that what those things are? They really give you a lot of time with that.
It's just him with his slack-jawed look. Just makes it all the funnier.
Give him,
Oh, he gave me...
I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well, he got you.
Apparently not sorry enough.
These masks just feel edgelordy to me. The servants of Sauron deny... What? I am confused.
I'm not sure whether she's...
Alright.
I think
I wanna
she
mind
may be
control
in it
orcs.
for your bones.
We are. I'm pretty sure we've already established that to our satisfaction.
Not to hers, though.
Wow. Theoretically, she could take any form.
All right.
If she can be a spider and a lady, I mean, are those the only options she's got, or is it?
She just. What do you want about?
I mean, can she shapeshift into anything, or is it strictly spider/lady?
What are you wanting her to shapeshift
I don't
into?
know, something more original. A stoat. This slack-jawed look is so stupid. But hey, that hurt, except it didn't. That didn't hurt at all. I don't think that... Ah! Firing squad. I'm just saying, if you could shapeshift into anything, why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't you shapeshift into...
Because, I mean, maybe a giant spider just feels unoriginal these days. I mean, I know this is sort of the series that did it first, but... Still, you'd change it up after a while. If I was a giant spider and then everybody else started being a giant spider, I'd be like, okay, I'll be something else. I'll be a... You want it to be an animal that is simultaneously threatening but original. So what would that be?
Platypus.
Are they threatening?
Yeah, can't they poison you?
I don't know. Are they like ducks where they're secretly incredibly aggressive and just no one takes them seriously?
Well, a platypus would be in the duck family, yes.
Are they truly? Are you
It's a
saying that just
mallard, I'm
because they
very
have
confident.
a... No. No. I don't think they're related to... It's a form of mallard, you're saying? Are you saying this just because they have bills?
Well, they have to be related to ducks in some form
No,
or
because
fashion.
ducks aren't the only things with bills.
Name one other thing.
Platypus.
Yeah, exactly.
There's other
That's what I
varieties of
thought.
bird. Swans.
They don't
and-
have... Well,
Yeah,
swans are a
and
part of
geese
the
and
duck
all-
family.
I don't know that that's true, though.
Well, okay.
Hippopotami are related to whales, so animal relationships don't always make sense. The manatee is closer to the elephant than it is to the hippo, and the hippo is related to the whale.
Where are you getting all this?
These are random biology facts. I follow them.
Okay.
But it's like just because you would think that the manatee is essentially the aquatic version of the hippo, but it's not.
No, it's not.
A
It's
hippo,
a sea cow.
a hippo, those are the same thing. Manatees are sea cows.
I know.
But hippos are the land version of a whale, and manatees are the ocean version of an elephant. Which just goes to show you that nature doesn't give one. Nature couldn't give a crap what you think makes sense.
So who messed up in that science lab? Oh, that's the male. He's having a baby. Oh. Well, the male has a baby. You're fired.
Get me out of here. I don't like you. Oh, he's broken. What?
To banish broken.
Oh, they won't let me hold him. He's broken. He needs holding.
Just
Whoa, whoa, he doesn't want to be held.
You.
I will touch your face. Okay.
You.
I will murder your face, bonk. Well, apparently that worked.
Return to the darkness. It's very.
How many of these guys
Like
am I
that's
fighting?
very-
How many were there originally? Because there's only 4 now. Ah! I mean, I'm not doing terribly, but I just feel like it's real slow. I'm just saying, you want an animal that's got the right mix of unique but threatening, and there aren't... A lot of animals that are threatening are the only ones that people are going to think of, so being unique is hard. Yeah, maybe you would be a hippo, because hippos are like turbo aggressive.
They also can crush your head like watermelons.
Well, exactly. Like, no, it's of all the animals in Africa, hippos are actually the greatest cause of death of all the African.
fact?
Yeah, they're like crazy aggressive, and of course they're huge. They could kill you without trying.
Well, sure.
So
I didn't realize they were crazy aggressive though.
yeah, they're like super territorial. They basically, unlike any other animal that has like, in between. Aggressive and calm. Hippos are either incredibly mellow or incredibly aggro. They have no in between. I failed that. What? My death is funny to you.
Picturing a guy saying that as his throat's being cut. Like he's got like some explanation for his attacker.
About hippos?
No. I'm saying if somebody's about to murder you, so I failed that. I don't know. It just came up.
I think it's funnier if if that whole diatribe was being spoken mid-fight.
That's what I'm saying.
No, I'm talking about the whole hippo conversation. I'm just imagining the Italian's got no filter. Talking about hippos.
Are we just gonna talk about how many hippos you have?
As he's on his knees with the sword to his throat going. So that's why I'd be a hippo. Okay, so there's only 5 to start with. We're not fighting all 9 of them. Which raises a question. Where are the others?
Why am I not being able to actually?
Because you are getting pimp slapped. They're establishing the nature of this relationship. Well, you got a better topic for us?
Just really gives it a gawking, hanging jaw. Little mongoloidy at that point.
Just pull the. What's the?
Hey, you guys! It's from the Goonies.
Uh-oh. Use the combos. Yeah.
Eat it.
Eat ghost. I mean, you are a ghost, but
don't you make me read it.
wow.
Get it into your noodle.
Oh dear. That's a phrase.
All right.
What?
These guys need an enema.
Thank you, Joker. Are you gonna give him one, or are you just gonna say that?
Get out of here, you weird thing.
Need a hose and a handful of gravel.
What's with the astral projection over there? That was weird.
What? Whose astral are you projecting? What? I don't see anything.
For a second, it looked like Italian was separate.
All right. Well, since things are clearly devolved, it was devolved.
Pick up.
It was firm. It was resolute. It was devolved. It's not loading, is what it's doing. There you go.
Eat it.
I don't know.
Eat it. I'm gonna make
The
your
chart.
bottom.
You didn't. Hang on. What?
I'm gonna take your bottom and beat it.
That was so. I don't know if the juxtaposition between the delivery and the content. Ever dreamed of owning a Harley Davidson?
What? What's that?
It's an old Who's Line bit. You never showed me a chart for understanding life. What's that about?
What?
I'm asking about the thing you wrote. I don't know what
for
that means.
understanding balance. And balance is what I said, not life in general.
Well, it says life.
Well,
There's balance and then there's life.
I just recently came across that with the whole ulti self thing, and
Well, I could use the balance in life. I'm a corpse.
okay.
I am a corpse in a... Whoa! Oh, is that your astral projection?
How did you go about pronouncing this again? It's a little.
I didn't pronounce it. You looked up the video.
I did, and now I'm forgetting how to
I
pronounce
forget.
it again.
Give it your best go. I'm fighting ghosts.
It seems like.
Eagle
Yeah, it's a little like that. Ikigai.
Ikigai, probably.
Yeah, Ikigai.
Whoa.
Something like that. It's a Japanese concept that basically is. I appreciated it when I looked at it. It's
Not to be confused with isekai, which is a genre of anime.
Is it now?
Yes.
It has nothing to do with the balance.
Nothing
of
has
life.
nothing to do with this at all. I was simply throwing that out there to throw you off.
But anyway, it balances essentially in.
Ow! Stop it!
In a
Slapping me ghost bum.
kind of chart that I find very useful, but also very similar to Seed of Life, which is something that I'm fascinated by.
Seed
So, yeah.
of life.
The Seed of Life is a sacred geometry shape.
You getting into weird things?
No.
You getting into alchemy or some nonsense?
No, but I think that this idea. So one of the main
Ow!
bubbles is what you love, and then the other one is what the world needs,
What you hate.
and then
Oh,
no,
is it
it's
this,
not quite that.
Is it this kind of thing where it's like purpose is this and
Yeah, well, then
passion
it's
is
like
this and
what you can be paid for. It's a little more
I've
actually.
seen this. I have no
And then
weird
it's like
Japanese words in it though.
What you're good at, and so essentially, I just found it interesting because when you combine what you're good at and what you love, you get like passion. When you combine what you're good at and you can get paid for, it's your profession. If you combine what you can, give to the world that it needs and what you can be paid for, it's more occupation. And then what you love and what the world needs is kind of a mission. But if you can find, I actually appreciated this. So when you sit kind of in the camp of what you love, what you can get paid for, and what the world needs, you tend to be excited but feeling a little bit of uncertainty because it's not something that you're good at. And then if you're feeling, or if you're functioning in something that you love and you're good at and you can get paid for, but it's not what the world needs, then you are happy about the fact that you are doing it, but there's really not a lot of effect in the world.
But isn't it worth doing anyway?
Sure, that's an argument. And then if you're good at it, the world needs it and you can get paid for it, but it's not something you love, you may feel a degree of like, hey, I'm at least
drone.
helping doing something, but I'm not specifically
Ouch.
doing. And then finally, if you love something, you're good at it, and the world needs it, then you can be, fulfilled in doing it. But the bottom line is when you're not getting paid for it, eventually it's going to become a little bit hollow because it won't sustain you. So I just found it fascinating because the whole idea of Ikigai or
Get back here, get back here, get back here.
is that you find something that is all four kind of combined into one, which is that you want to find something that is what you love, what you are good at, what the world needs, and what you can be paid for. Now, it's a little silly to assume that can be found so easily, but I do think that the one variable I would say that you could probably change is I would say on an entrepreneurial level, most people would argue what you can get paid for is just a matter of how you frame things. Because, people can get paid for anything. And then the other thing I would say is that what you're good at is something you can also change. Like if it's something where it's like, hey, I can love this, get paid for it, and have it be something people need, but I don't feel specifically good at it, that's actually something that you have control over.
Well, to an extent, there are going to be some things that you are...
Well, objectively bad at, sure, but...
Well, not just that, but... What's the word I'm looking for? Like, you have a handicap that prevents you from attaining...
That's what I mean.
That's not to say that you couldn't get better, but you probably... If you're starting from such a low point, you may never actually be able to... No. Give me the guy! This guy!
So, I don't know.
I'm so close!
That it was an interesting chart, at least to discuss briefly. I wondered whether you had ever found something similar in that. And
I've seen Venn diagrams of similar kinds of things, never with the Japanese framing. Oh, come on, we're so close! Give me your brain noggin.
I think it's interesting, though, to kind of, again, try to find that middle balance. I don't know that there is ever, like I said, something that can actually be achievable in that. But it's certainly something that what it does for me is it allows me to go, these are some things I can consider when making decisions on life choices that are...
Whoa. Oh, there's more. There's the other ones. I was just asking where they were. So they're trying to suggest that we are supposed to be one of these guys? Which doesn't quite make sense. Why do they care about us?
Because we're a corpse.
Well, who's this? Is this our friend or is this someone else?
This looks like...
She doesn't look like her. She looks taller.
in human form.
Well, we've already seen Shelob in human form.
Yeah, but she's dressed up as...
She's dressed sensibly now. Shelob has gotten... Oh, she's got... It's Angelina Jolie. Something about her face is not... She's got very wide lips. Whee! So this is definitely not someone we've seen before, then.
Either that or it's the chick that... Oh, no, it is the elf.
Elf? Have we met an elf?
I don't think so.
It's the elf. Which one? A totally new one.
You will claim him today.
What?
Because I'm going...
I'm dead, lady. This didn't do anything. She's clearly not kept up with the plot. I'm just gonna take that back out in a minute and go, that was rude.
Anyway,
oh, gosh.
It's a little... I think obviously it's not something that is uber useful in that you can actually achieve all of those things combined. But I think it's also something that it allows you to see what the trade-offs are, maybe. Like...
What? How is this involved?
If you're good at something, or I mean, if you love what you do, you're paid for it, and it fulfills other people's needs.
Oh.
Who cares whether you're good at it or not? If you're being paid for it, I don't know that it matters.
Okay. This just amped up to 11.
It is with the spider. You have served me well.
I can't help but feel like the films benefited from having Sauron be much less present.
Bring me Celebrimbor's ring.
Because I don't know. Did Sauron, well, I guess, did he speak truly, or was that just voices people heard in their head in the films? You think that was actually him, or?
I mean, I think he spoke to them, but it was...
Because I think the fact that you never actually see him speak in the movies.
Well, that's... yeah.
Well, Minas Ithil's well and truly borked.
Anyway, what do you think of that?
I agree it's a touch trite. I mean, one of those things where it's like, yeah, it's good to think about, but to use it as like a basis for how to make decisions is a little bit too simplified.
Sure. Have you found a chart that you've come across that's been
I mean, I'm not
of value in that
I don't
regard,
base my
or-
life off of Venn diagrams as much as I'm fond of them.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, again, for me, I find that just half the time it's more about how you think about something. Just being able to
That's
reframe
pretty much all the time, I'd say.
Right, but I'm saying just being able to reframe.
So she's going to hang around now.
This is
She's
something that I love
she
and I'm
looks
good
like
at, but it's not really useful to anybody else, so I'm not really going to do it.
Pretty sure she's like a female Steven Tyler.
So she's that one chick that sings in the old Winnie the Pooh movies.
Excuse me?
Have you not seen that chick? There's a chick.
What?
I can't remember her name.
Looks like female
is the
Steven
one-
Tyler?
Oh, like
Not
dead
Liv,
ringer.
Not Liv Tyler.
I am not lying.
I don't know how Liv Tyler got so lucky with those genetics.
With not being.
She doesn't look anything like her father,
I
and
know.
that's to her benefit. Like, I genuinely, despite having
I love how you just avoided she's not ugly.
like genuinely the fact that they have the same name and I never once considered that they could be related because of how different they look. I was like,
I agree. It's
like, oh wait, they actually are? I just assumed that was coincidence because good heavens did she misdodge that bullet. I don't know is Steven's problem genetic or is it just the drugs? It could be both.
The Blade of Galadriel. What?
Let's make for unlikely alliances.
What? I'm not paying attention. I'm still thinking about Steve Tyler's mouth.
You crafted it to defeat us.
What?
But it was lost to the great spider shield.
I am.
The great spider Shelob. I have to say that. I'm infatuated.
Stay on.
Anyway, I don't live and die certainly by the idea of using
And you spoke.
charts and
Try to keep
statistical analysis to make decisions, but I do think that it again allows you to have some framework for some things to keep in mind or to consider as you're making a decision, for sure.
Well,
Follow me, run
Eltariel.
away to me, pig.
Okay, you try to tell me I need to keep up with you. I'm faster than you. All right, how do I Sonic mode? Running around. I'm moving faster than you, lady. Running around, but I can't get the buttons right. What's the button?
The spastastic run, it's one of the push down on the joystick.
There we go.
Spastastic running.
Naked mole rats. Yeah, try to keep up, lady. Better get faster. Ew. Gross. Yeah, I can hurry faster than all of y'all. Okay, are we supposed to be fighting these things, or is running the solution? Because she seems to think we need to fight stuff, but she's also trying to get me to, like, sprint, and I'll take that challenge.
Run.
I don't want naked mole rats, or to get stuck on nothing. That would be nice to avoid, too. Well, I haven't failed yet, which means... I would have thought that maybe, like, if I got too far away from her, she'd die or something. Oh, I can't run around at the speed of sound. There we go. Leaving mission area. Excuse me! That's what you've been telling me to do!
Ready yourself, and do not stray far from my side.
You... I don't like you. I already am annoyed. She runs a little bit funnily. Something's funky. She's got a slight... It's almost like they sped the animation up just slightly faster than it makes sense to be. Oh, hello! That's not what she looked like in the...
kind mode right now.
Kind mode. Is that what you're calling the other version of her?
Or sultry, whatever you want to call
That's
it.
at least a little bit more fitting. Kind mode.
Is it? What?
Hands off my waifu.
What?
That's a reference I'm not going to be able to explain because it's such a weird internet.
I'd love you to try. Waifu.
They took a it's an edited clip of Wallace and Gromit, and they clip a bunch of different bits together to make them say things that aren't actually what they said. So it's the guy, whatever the weird hunter guy is from, and so they did that, and it's funny, and it's explaining it makes it not funny because it's okay, very sultry, very little white, almost none. Whoa, babe, it's
Look
me.
into my
Eyes, I hope. I certainly don't want you to look anywhere else, despite the fact that you could right now. Whoop. What? That was a really weirdly sultry look we just gave. Hope she's like, this thing causes me more trouble than it's worth. I don't know.
Take it, corpse. Oh, feel the power.
Oh, I could feel it. Don't act like this is some grand gesture. She's giving this to us because she doesn't want to get attacked again. Whoop. Bye, Italian. Hope you find your ghosts. Wait, okay, so she can disappear into nothingness? What's that ability?
Bones.
Whoop. That was the weirdest. Who are you now?
Who's let you in?
Don't think of yourself as replace. Whoa.
Your legend holds true.
Her eyes are too far apart too. Yeah, we all know how that's gonna go. Look, lady, I've got a ghost affiliation. I don't need you joining the threesome. It's between me, my ghost husband, and my goth wife.
That's wrong.
My goth spider wife.
There's no room here for you in our thruple.
It's really more than a 2.5-hole. I don't think the ghost counts for one.
Our paths will cross
That's
Oh,
why.
I'm sure
that's
they
why
will.
she's interested. Can I make up the other half?
I'm certainly not enough for a whole. All right.
We
Finally got the ring back. Now I think we can possess people. Because that's all I'm concerned about. What once was lost. Yay. Complete Act 1. That was a long Act 1. Good heavens, this place is
New
huge.
region.
Goodness me, the map's enormous.
This is gonna be like Risk.
Okay. That's one.
The reason I compare that is
Risk,
because
'cause the map
Risk
is-
is the
I'm aware of Risk the board game. Is that what you're referencing?
I'm just saying it is the definitive,
Big game?
yes, long, arduous game.
Definitive, big, long.
This
A bunch of adjectives Shelob likes.
big, long,
Definitive is an unusual
big
one.
old dead old corpse.
Definitive. Oh.
Definitive old couple.
And a head like biscuit dough. Hey, there's actual ocean. Where's this? This doesn't look like much like Mordor at all. This
I was
actually
trying to
looks
say this
reasonably
also doesn't-
pleasant.
This also doesn't look like a game from Middle Earth at all.
Well, Middle Earth
It's
would
like
look.
the beginning of some
looks-
Kingdom Hearts
Well,
game.
no, this looks. Middle Earth looks like this, just not usually Mordor. Forest of Karnan.
I know this land.
To build our army.
Yay! Which means I can finally pick orcs based off of
Oh, why?
based
We
off of how phallic their
finally-
names are.
Just follow the sultry sound of my name.
This is Richard. This is Peter. Oh, okay. Interesting.
Jimmy.
Jimmy, John.
Son.
This is John's son. This is Wang.
Wow.
He's the foreign exchange orc. Alright, come on now. Domination, no free will. Press stealth, dominate. Yes, please.
Did you just say presto dominate?
Oh, I said yes, please. This is an awfully verdant place for Mordor to be so near. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Can I dominate you? I don't think I can dominate just anyone, can I? Oh, I can.
Stealth Dom.
That's gonna be something she loves into. Well, I can give him.
Surprise
It's the
domination.
blue hand of Talion. Not as iconic as the white hand of Saruman, but you know, copyright agreements. What can I say? I want to know who I'm gonna snatch.
What?
Where's my orc fellas? I want to pick names. Okay, I've forgotten the controls already. Give me my guys. There you go. Where's my fellas? Let's hear it for the orcs. No, not me. I want my orc men. Not quests either. Give me the army. All right. Oh, we're in a new area. We don't know any of these guys. Well, we'll have to go back to see what our old guys were, because we had a lot of good names in the other one. So that is a temporary mind control trick, I'm assuming. That's not like he's one of my guys. Because normally I was supposed to be able to select... Like, I had to specifically select guys who were high ranking in order to make them part of my group. That guy's got intel. Oh, no, it's not a guy. It's just free intel. Is he talking to who? Ayo. Right, who's the first guy in the new area? We'll start with front and center. As Adar, I mean, you look impressive because you're big, but you also look sort of like... What was the shark played by Sylvester Stallone in the new Suicide Squad?
You stink sort of like fish.
Everybody knows it but you. I don't...
I think you're old like dirt.
I mean, the fact that his name is the Humongous is funny, but...
He kind of looks like...
He looks too mongish. Mongoloidish. Alright,
I think you're old like dirt.
where am I going? I gotta dominate some archers without being detected, because that's just how they like it.
The key with archers undetected.
Come on now. Everything's so algae covered up in here. Is he not gonna see me do this? Stealth dominate from a distance.
You hear me run?
Are you serious? I literally rocked right up to you, dude. Okay, well, if that's how it works, that's how it works. Well, what about you? He's at least not looking.
Cluck, 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 yeah. Ooh, dominate!
Oh, no free will. Ah, that's not what I wanted. I mean, I suppose that's a domination of a kind.
Just dominated your spleen with my knife.
That spleen is mine. I can make them incontinent. And
I
do
call
all-
this spleen.
That'd be
Yes, we all do, Italian.
I'm not skilled enough to possess their whole body, but I can possess organs. Can make them incontinent and do stuff like that. Irritable bowel syndrome. Alright, there's a lot of archers in this one area. Why do I gotta dominate this many guys? And how did that guy not see it? He said no. You'd think they'd hear this. Where's everyone get the blue face paint on there? Ah! That almost didn't work.
You almost made him fall off the edge.
Okay, am I setting up for like a stealth attack, I'm assuming? Like I gotta have a bunch of armor archers on my side? I mean, they're everywhere. How are they not seeing this? This seems so obvious. Can't help but feel like they're making this a little easy on me. Alright, well, you had something to follow up with, or are we just leaving it at whatever the last thing was said? I don't remember what it was.
What was even said? We were
I don't
talking
know,
about-
something about what's her head and the things she does to us.
I mean, I did have another topic. I thought we would talk. I know you're a bit of a sketch person as far as like random drawing.
I know you're into sketchy things.
I know you're sketch.
We know what you think of goth chicks. No, wait. Ah! Can I still do this? I don't think I'm still going to be able to do it. Your brain has flowed. Dominator orcs will not attack their former allies until I activate them. If you enter combat, Dominator orcs will activate automatically. Well, okay. Oh, well, alright. I guess that counted. Defeat 25 orcs in training. Is that these guys down here, I assume? So this is why I got my archers to help me out. Feels like I didn't need that. I could have taken these guys on my own. That guy is fat.
But no, I know that you've done a lot of drawing, both with
Oh, hey.
graphite and things of that nature, as well
That
as
sounds awfully
charcoal.
pretentious. No, I've not done charcoal. It's all been pencil. I don't call it graphite. I don't feel the need for pretentiousness.
Wow. Well, maybe you won't be as into this as I was, though, then. Because within
Oh,
that
is it like
whole-
a guide thing?
Well, I'm just curious what specific methods you've used for learning to shade, because I know you've done a substantial amount of research in like how you shade properly. and all
Great
that
deal of trial and error.
Well, sure, but I'm saying, do you find that you use a particular style more readily? Like, do you use smudging at all, or no? Not so
No,
much.
I mean, I find that almost always,
Looks bad.
unless you have very nice pencils and very nice paper,
Yeah.
it'll look like you just smudged it.
What about like? So, do you do hatching, or
If you want
which
me to
is
look
like
at
kind of
this,
the lines?
I
Then
guess
cross
that's-
hatching is like where you like do it crisscross, or
I
kind of in an Argyle-ish.
well, I'm not.
This-
I don't know that this diagram is what I would have used to compare, so I don't know what I would say. based on this, because it sort of would be a combination. Okay, big thing.
Combination of which, though?
Well, of several. Because, I mean, smudging happens. You can't exactly stop it, again, unless you...
Well, but I mean, some people actually use it as a method of...
Well, because I don't use a smudger or whatever those things are called, like the weird rubbery things that help you to... Maybe I'd have better results if I did, but...
I'm saying even if you just took your finger and kind of...
Well, yeah, but I find that tends to yield less... That's what tends to look sort of inferior. What? I picked up something, it said. It gave me a new cloak. Which I'm not sure I want, actually, to be honest, because I like my current one.
Sure.
My goth cloak is looking pretty dope, but this one was gold, so I suppose it's...
No, that looks dumb.
That's far too normal.
That doesn't look good.
No, I'm sticking with the goth thing.
No, I just find if I were to draw, when I do every now and then tinker in shading with pencils and whatever else, I tend to do either hatching, which is like it's all lines moving one way but just darker and lighter, or
that's what I would, I guess, tend to do.
Or
but
I do cross
this
hatching,
example
which
I
is
don't
like
think is great because you can very clearly see the lines.
The thing,
And in my opinion, the best thing to do is to get them so that the lines sort of become one.
sure.
Which
thing-
again requires decent
The thing
paper.
to
and
me is that stippling, or whatever they call it, it's literally like shading
creates-
with like dots. That doesn't make any sense to
well,
me.
that makes. I mean, if you were would make that look like a piece of stone or something that's heavily textured.
Yeah, but it looks horrible if you're just shading.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't do that just naturally, but that would be like if you wanted. That looks like a carved stone ball,
Right.
and if that's what you want it to look like, then sure. But
Anyway,
What?
I was just curious. Do you
forest-
find that pencil is your preferred method or medium of drawing or writing? Or do you like... Because I know you've worked with charcoal
I
and
have
watercolor.
not. You keep saying that. I've
I
not
thought
done
it was
any of
charcoal
these
that
things.
you worked with.
No. I worked with
Watercolor
pencils
for sure.
Well, everyone's done watercolor when they were a kid, but I have never. To be good at watercolor is actually okay.
Well, what kinds of paint? Oh, was it oil-based?
That's the only paint I've ever really seriously dived into.
I really need
This
him
is
to be with me.
this is awfully freakish. So the forest is alive, but they're not calling this Fangorn, so this is a different sentient forest. Oh, is this all the female Ents? We found them. We found where the Ent wives went. They started their own forest. What? Well, that seemed awfully unnecessary. The dude was...
This is the forest of Garnan, and she will protect it with the full power of nature.
Well, okay. Bit creepy, but...
This forest is possessed by
This forest is old.
The two
Very old.
together, that is Garnan.
Okay. Alright. Yeah, watercolor I think is something all kids do, but I never...
Yeah, but I mean...
It's actually
so
very
oil
difficult to
paint,
make
though-
watercolor look good because it's
That's
otherwise
true,
so
but
easy to make it look childish.
Well, and I've seen so many people that
Am I just
do
gonna
work
kill?
in watercolor, and even the people that do work in watercolor, I'm like, yeah, it still kind of looks incomplete to me.
I would argue... Well, have you seen the actual, like, famous people who do it?
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't say that looks incomplete, but then again, they are the masters for a reason. This is turning into Blair Witch or something. I don't know why I gotta kill these guys when they're being restrained and already mostly dead. Or unless, I suppose, am I doing them a favor? I would think that blowing up their head doesn't seem like much of a favor.
But it probably is, given that they
I guess
could die from
suppose it's
starvation.
instantaneous, but I mean, bit graphic. Well, bit peckish. I'm following the fart trail towards the forest mother. This is such a weird... This feels oddly, tonally distant. If you could, you mentioned you still use the not Japanese, the Chinese pen calligraphy thingies.
I'm still working with it. I haven't been using it as much as I would like to.
There's things behind here.
That I am going to probably end up adding to Ulti Self here soon, so that I can put aside time to actually do that. Because I'd like to actually have that be something that I know and can do just based on practice and the kind of patience it takes to. Because you're ideally, when you write, obviously in Chinese specifically, you're supposed to actually take the time to make the letters and the words look good.
Something's happening. Okay, tree appears out of nowhere. I don't think this is from the books. Did the Silmarillion mention the giant eldritch tree?
Depending on which one, what's going on.
Depending on which Silmarillion, there's only one.
No, trees that are obviously
What?
protectors. Okay, this is not canon at all.
What?
Certainly not canon. Weird wolf
minotaur
animal wood beast.
That's,
Keep your wood.
That's our other orc's name. Wood beast.
Not to be confused with beefcake.
Beef machine.
Anyway, no, I just thought, so with oil paint, I imagine none of these really apply because the way that you shade is completely different. But is there any crossover as far as the type of shading, or is it just completely and utterly different?
I am not enough versed to be able to know. There may be an answer that I don't yet possess.
I don't know. I don't know that I've ever really worked in anything medium-wise as far as doing art.
Okay.
Except for maybe.
Why do I have to fight? Shelob man was probably right. I don't want to hurt this thing. This seems like a great way to anger nature. This is bad karma. This is not the way. Get out of here! I don't want to fight a flesh beast and a wood beast. Okay. That didn't help me in the slightest.
Cluck, cluck, cluck. Yeah, cluck, cluck.
Whoa, piece of wood.
Your piece of wood.
Ah!
Anywho.
Ah, okay.
I just thought that would be an interesting
Get off of me.
as far as art.
Well,
So,
I am
is oil paint like a
super-
decided medium for you
Well,
that you
it's-
just prefer to work in now?
I mean,
or-
it's the only one I have ever experimented with, other than. Okay, I don't like it. Get away. Is there no way I can not have you guys just bite me nips? I'd like you to not. I like me nips. Okay, I can't move when I've prepared this attack, which is kind of frustrating. Whoa, but I can at least time it. But like every time I take a swipe, they make a thing, and I don't know how to undo that. Because there's one of my attacks I can use to stun them, but I don't know what it is. I could pet his face.
Just
Come here, you little wood creature.
Oh, that almost worked.
No, it didn't.
Just let me hold you.
Look at him fumble with that.
Anyway.
There's a reason that it's sort of probably unfairly considered the
Easiest or the
No,
most
more
approachable, maybe?
I don't even know about that. It's sort of the most well represented in the history of art. It's like all of the greatest things tend to be the most famous. It just gave me the prompt for how to do the thing, and I don't remember what it was. What did it say? Did you see that? No!
I missed the prompt, I'm sorry.
It gave me a clue of what I should be doing, and I wasn't doing it. That's the question I'm asking. Why do I have to die? Do I have to die? Whoa! Did that kill him, I hope? This will. Maybe. Okay, well. No, wood mistress.
What?
I don't know what this thing is. They're referring to it as a woman,
Looks
but it's
a little
some
bit
kind
like
of boar.
that animal from the
Wood
second
boar.
prequel. from Star Wars
Yeah,
that Anakin
kinda.
rides.
Yeah, kind of. I like that thing. That thing. I don't know how they made the noise for that thing because it always freaked me out as a kid. It's like, I don't know why, but it just sounds...
Sounds like it swallowed a ship, and that the ship is making a
It's a
sound
foghorn coming from its gut.
That's what.
Gut foghorn. I don't know how to hurt you.
It was like a weird, like, Chewie meets
Chewie meets foghorn.
battleship.
Chewie meets battleship. That's the name of my fan. That's the name of my fan fiction.
This makes sense in my fan.
Get away from me!
Now we're getting into some really weird territory.
Oh boy.
It's a fan fiction about Chewie and
A battleship.
his love child with a battleship.
I mean, I wasn't going to go so far as to use the word love child. Or love nest. Or nud.
Or Chew.
That doesn't make sense, Chew. Okay, I am not even halfway through this thing's health bar. Okay, there must be an attack I can use that I just don't know about. I mean, it can't be this, because they can't possibly expect me to wait for every time. Uh-oh, did this hurt it? Oh, that hurt it a lot! Who said that? Was that me? Was I narrating its finishing move? I just killed a forest spirit, and I'm probably gonna get bad karma. Yep, here he comes. This is my bad karma. A rare growl made of wood. Ha! Hi! He throws flaming wood.
A rare Grahaya.
Yeah, okay, I don't like him. He spits fire.
Emotional rare grog.
No. I don't like you, Mr. Woodman. Could you back up a bit, Mr. Wood? You're out of focus. That didn't hurt him in the slightest. Shoot it in the head with a charged shot. Well, you should have told me that before I ran out of arrows. You know what, pal? You could have told me that before I set it up. Get me arrows. Okay, he's right on me tail. He's in me tail. He's climbing up me jacksie. Oh, no chance. Oh.
You stands no chance.
He mulched me into juice. What? I am now fertilizing the forest. Well, reason you died. You died. Well,
it's been.
that seems a bit of a damp way to end. Just we got squished by a forest giant, and we probably deserved it.
Well, there you go.
Here it is.
Some ideas on mediums of art. I don't really do enough art to really.
Well, I don't think I do either
Considered.
to consider myself authoritative on the subject.
No,
You're just gonna let him do it again.
I am excited about the taking that in the face. That's what I'm excited
I
about.
was really excited to take a spore-filled flame cloud right in my nose. Okay. I mean, I suppose if you're committed to dying before we get our ending here, it would seem you are. Good heavens! I mean, my goodness. Juiced you like a freaking carrot.
But no, I mean, I am going to look forward to being able to do the calligraphy on the paintbrush level. I think that's a little more intricate, and it requires a steadiness of hand because he's going to squash me with his leg. He's not done yet.
He's really just going, it's got pulp in it still.
And after this,
Feed it through the juicer again.
he's gonna rum it up.
Why? Your body moves.
Anyway, I'm excited
He's
about
stomping you like a turd through a drain.
that. Who does that?
I like how that took you a moment.